Hi, Able Families, it's Mrs. Tepper, and I hope you were able to enjoy the weekend. We were busy with our family this weekend. My son and daughter are going to Western Michigan, and they're leaving this coming Friday to go to college for the first time. So we were spending this weekend a little bit camping and enjoying the water, and we went to my father-in-law's, and the kids were able to ride the four-wheeler and the Ranger, and just spending some really good time together before we have to send them away to college and this mama cries. So that was my fun and excitement for the weekend, and why the Hawk Weekly is just a little bit delayed in getting to you this week. I wanted to talk to you a little bit. I know that I mentioned in the previous Hawk Weekly I would let you know when your teacher assignments would be emailed to you. That is going to be on Thursday, August the 25th. Teacher assignments should be emailed to you no later than 4 o'clock to the address that you have in Power School. Now, speaking of Power School, in the Hawk Weekly, there's some information that we need you to do for Power School. First, the county did a system update, so you need to do a few things. If you have the app, you have to uninstall it and then reinstall it. And then you also need to reset your password. So you have that you need to do for Power School. If you are not new to Havel this year and registered, I believe it's in the Hawk Weekly, but I think I want to say just check the Hawk Weekly because I don't want to misspeak. But most families that we have at Havel are going to need to do those things. And then there's also some forms that all families need to go into the system and check out and make sure that they're fine. If you are at the junior high, in high school, you're pretty familiar with this process. It's the same process that the junior high and high school have, that we need you to go in and update any information for your child in Power School in case of emergency, who we can release them to, that type of information. So all of that is included in the Hawk Weekly. So please check it out and take time this week to go ahead and update everything so we have the most accurate information. Also in the Hawk Weekly is information on your child's lunch account. So this year there is going to be a cost for lunch, and Utica has switched from the Send Money to School account that we had used to a different portal that we will be using. So that information is in the Hawk Weekly. Go ahead and update and get your child's account set so that if they are purchasing breakfast and or lunch, that they have money put into their account. You will need your child's 9-digit ID number. If you don't have that ID number, then I'm going to ask you to go ahead and please email the office, and we will go ahead and get that for you. You can find it on your child's last report card. So if you have their last report card, then you're good to go. But if you don't have their last report card or you're new, then you're going to go ahead and email the office at officehavel.uticak12.org. That's my neighbor's dog. And sorry about that. And you're going to go ahead and ask them for that information, and then you should be good to go. If your child receives any Utica Community Schools bus transportation, that list is going to be posted by transportation on the 24th of August, and the link that you can check that information out is in the newsletter. Please, if you have any questions after the 24th, go ahead and email the office and they will help you out. I'm looking at, there's going to be a little bit more in-depth information on pick up and drop off, what the arrival process looks like, what dismissal process looks like, our kiss and go lane. I'm going to have that at the end of this next week for the beginning of the school year information. But for the first day of school, I just would like everyone to know that you are going to be lining up outside on the play pad of your child's classroom. So if your child is in classroom 7, you're going to go around the windows to room number 7, and then you're going to go ahead and your child will be able to enter the classroom on that day. But that's not going to be the typical arrival and dismissal procedures. That I will do another video on, just to talk about those things as we get a little bit closer to the start of the school year. We will have more information on device insurance that's in the newsletter as well. I encourage you. I did the device insurance for my daughter, who's a senior at Utica High School this year. I purchased it just for the uh-ohs or oh-nos that might happen. So I encourage you, if you're able to please go ahead and purchase that insurance online. And I'm checking the newsletter to see what else I might have missed to touch base with you on the meet and greets. So Young Fives in kindergarten, you are going to be meeting your teacher on Thursday, August the 25th. Students whose last names begin with A through L, you're going to line up outside the classroom door on that play pad at 4 o'clock to 4:30. You're going to be able to meet your teacher and see the classroom. This is for Young Fives and kindergarten students. And then my kindergarten and Young Five students whose last names begin with M through Z, from 4:45 until 5:15. You're going to go ahead and be able to meet your child's teacher as long as you line up outside the classroom play pad at that time on the 25th. For 1st through 6th grade students, we're going to do a classroom sneak peek. We've done this for the last 9 years I've been at Havel, and the teachers, if they're able to, you get to sneak peek and meet them, but you also get to sneak peek and at least see your child's classroom, see where they're going to sit, see who's in the class. That is going to take place on Monday, August the 29th. From 4 o'clock to 4:30 if your child's last name begins with A through L, and then 4:45 to 5:15 if their last name begins with M through Z. There's a lot of other repeated information in there, just in case you didn't get the first Hawk Weekly. More information is coming, trying to keep you up to date as much as possible. But if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself or the office. We are very happy to help you. We are excited for the school year and looking forward to seeing everyone very, very soon. Have a wonderful week, and I will be connecting with you again towards the end of this week about what arrival, dismissal, parking lot procedures are, that type of information. So hang tight. We are getting ready. We are counting down because we are wild about Havel, and we will see everyone soon. Have a great night.